Hello everyone, my name is Balent and this is Hoca Talk. This is a podcast where I'll just be talking about everything and anything. So this is only an introduction, so I don't have any guests with me today, but the plan is the more I make of these, I will be inviting people on. So if you have any topics that you'd like me and whoever else is on the podcast with me for that episode to go over, then let me know. Send me a message on Instagram, on Messenger, or on Snapchat. All the links will be in the description below. It's entirely up to you. Or if you just want me to be on there, then it'll just be me. So, why have I decided to start making a podcast? Well, yesterday I helped one of my mates, Eli, with one of his podcasts, Zero Barriers Podcast, and what I'll do is leave a link to that in the description below as well. And that was kind of the inspiration for me to want to start doing this myself, and the rest is history, and here we are. Me and my best friend, one of them anyway, Owen, I have a lot, I know, we've been talking about doing a podcast for a while, and he will definitely be one of the people I invite to come on here at some point. And that was also another inspiration for me to want to do this. Now, this podcast can be for everyone and anyone. I'm not looking just to target a specific audience. So if you're, I don't know, in your 40s, your 50s, or if you're my age, 21, then if you want to listen to it, be my guest. It's for everyone and anyone. So, as I said, I'll be talking about everything and anything. And for this first episode, the introduction, I just wanted to talk about a show that I recently watched on Sky Atlantic, which is called Your Honor. Now, I'm always looking for new shows to watch. If you have any recommendations, then by all means let me know. And if you want some from me, then you're in the right place, because I've got so many shows that I want to watch and so many shows that I have watched. Anyway, this show on Sky Atlantic is called Your Honor, and I'm sure a lot of you might have watched it. It was only one season. It was a limited series, if you will, and it was set in the US, starring Bryan Cranston as like the main actor, the lead actor, and it was actually adapted from an Israeli TV series. Whether you wanted to know that or not, I don't know. Just a fun fact. And I'm not going to obviously spoil it too much if you haven't watched it and want to. But like I said, it stars Bryan Cranston. He is playing a character even, called Michael Desiato. He's a New Orleans judge, and he's willing to do anything to protect his son, as I'm sure any parent would. And it also stars Hunter Doohan, who is Adam Desiato, Michael's son, who is actually involved in a hit and run. And that is basically what the whole show is based around. English. And he's involved in a hit and run that kills the son of a head of an organised crime family in New Orleans, or New Orleans, however you pronounce it. And basically, that is, like I said, what the show is completely based around. And the judge attempts to dispose of the evidence, leads to tragic consequences for another teen. Now, I won't say who that other teen is if you want to watch the show, but it was an amazing show from start to finish. I would definitely watch it again if I didn't have so many other things that I want to watch. So, that is Your Honor. It ran from December 2020 to February 2021 in the US, but obviously it came out in the UK and after that. So that's how it normally works, doesn't it? It's normally shown in the US first and then shown here. Not that really matters. But yeah, I was on the edge of my seat watching it. It was one twist, one turn. You wondering what's going to happen now, what's going to happen then. And I like shows like that. It's obviously, like I said, based around a hit and run. Not shows that I normally watch, but, it's something different. And in my eyes, different is good. So I'm glad my family and I sat down and watched it. Now, back to the podcast. I did obviously go on a bit of a tangent then. This podcast will be entirely unscripted. I'm not going to be editing it at all. The only edits, if you will be the music at the start and end of the podcast. I'd rather just do it like that, rather than have a script. I'm just going to talk and see what happens. And obviously, if you're still here, thank you for still being here, and I appreciate that a lot. So now I'm going to go back to Your Honor again. I know I jumped from one topic to another, and one of my friends, Imi, she will know exactly what I talk about, because her and I will talk about so many different things at once. We're never just talking about one thing. Your Honor's been given a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, which isn't too bad, and 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, whenever I go to watch something, be it a film or a TV show, the first thing I do before is just check what the ratings are, and I base it off that then. If it's like a 4 out of 10, then I'm not going to bother. But if it has got a good rating, so in Your Honor's case, 7.7 out of 10, I'll give it a watch. give it an episode or two, and if I like it, then I'll continue watching it. But yeah, like I said, if you're looking for a show to watch, if you got Sky, I'm sure you can watch it without Sky as well on the internet somewhere, illegally, but I won't tell anyone that you're going to do that. Then I highly recommend watching Your Honor. And Bryan Cranston's an actor who speaks for himself. He's got a good track record, and he is a good actor. And one of the first shows I watched in a while that he's actually in. So a bit more about me, if you wanted to know, as the host of the show and the founder. I support Cardiff, and obviously we haven't had the best of seasons. I say that. Mick McCarthy came in after the sacking of Neil Harris, and we're in 8th place, I believe, with 2 games to go at the time of recording this even. I said writing because I'm so used to typing blogs, but this is something different entirely. So yeah, I mean, we're guaranteed, we're not guaranteed now, we're not going to get playoffs, what I'm trying to say, but we can now build over the summer and take it from there, give more opportunities to youngsters like Joel Bagan, who I know has already had a summer runs in the team before he's obviously picked up an unfortunate injury, Ruben Colwell, players like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens over the summer for us. Obviously I congratulated Eli yesterday because he supports Watford, and Watford went up, so that was nice for them, and that was an immediate return for Watford and Norwich as well, the top 2 in the Championship. So congratulations to both those teams. Interesting to see who will be the third team to go up via the playoffs. I think there's Bournemouth, Barnsley, Swansea, and I can't remember the other team. Brentford. I want Brentford to go up because Brentford do deserve it, and they've got one of the best strikers in the league, if not the best player in the league, in Ivan Toney. So hopefully Brentford go up this season. I'll be cheering on the West London club. Anyway, like I said, this podcast is not going to be too long. I'm only going to aim really for maybe 20 to 30 minutes an episode, but this is only the first episode, the introduction one. So I'm going to now call it quits here. We're about 7 minutes in, so that will do for the first episode. Next time, who knows when I'll be making another one. I'm not probably going to make it a daily one. That'll probably be way too much, and I don't want to obviously overwhelm people. So maybe a weekly affair. We'll see. And I might have a guest on me next time. We'll see if I can get anything arranged. But I would like to thank you for listening, if you have listened up to here. My name has been Balens. This has been Hoca Talk. Hoca meaning Turkish. It means teacher in Turkish, but it just sounds cool, and that's what I decided to go for. I'm not the most creative, so maybe I won't stick with Hoca Talk, but for now I am. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you in the next podcast. Share it with your friends. I'm going to be posting it on, obviously, all my social medias platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, and on YouTube it'll be as well. So drop it a like, drop a comment, what topic maybe you want me to talk about with a guest next, or if you want it to just be me. Anyway, I don't want to start waffling now, so I will see you in the next episode of the Hoca Talk podcast, and thank you for listening, and have a nice rest of your day.